All crew, welcome back to the It's Not Fake Fan Cast. Again, we call ourselves a fan cast. We're not a podcast. Podcasts are reserved for journalists and reporters. We're not journalists. We're not reporters. We're not insiders. We're not bookers. We're not wrestlers. We're not agents. We don't know any wrestlers. We will be interviewing wrestlers, and we don't own shit. What we have done, though, is spent decades spending our time, effort, energy, and money into one thing that we love, and that is professional wrestling. And now we're here spending our time with you, the fans, because we are fans. Let me introduce you to the crew. Tonight we got a two-man crew. Kick it to my tag team partner, my man Reg, aka Antonio Marks, the Marks man, a grown man, John Cena fan for 3 seconds. Damn. What up?
What up, everybody? The Marksman in the house. We're ready to have some fun tonight.
And again, I am your host, Ahmad, the Dark Show. And if you don't like my nickname, I'm gonna send Bill Cosby to your mama house now that he's out of jail. Reggie, we got a nice little show tonight, man. Let's get into it, yo. Story of the week to me is Aleister Black, aka now his name is Malachi Black, showing up on AEW Dynamite and roundhouse kicking first Arn Anderson and then Cody Rhodes. What you got for that?
I mean, we all saw this coming. It's definitely been happening a lot. Most recently is all the talent seemed to flock to the AEW banner. Aleister Black, aka Malachi Black, is just another example. Somebody going out there for that money and that screen time. And then when they're starting an immediate feud with Cody, I think it's probably great for him. As long as he's not going to be another one of people on the train wreck Cody's putting his AEW talent on. You know, Cody seems to be racking up the names for himself. I doubt Malachi is going to come in there and just be another one of those, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I agree with most of that. What I will disagree with you on is I didn't see that coming, at least not with Aleister. We saw Selena Vega, his wife, come back to WWE. There was rumors that they were going to bring him back. He even kind of alluded to a little bit of that himself when he did his interview. I believe that was Chris Van Vliet. He was on. No, I'm sorry. It was with Renee Young, Renee Paquette. It was on her podcast, and he kind of hinted to going back. So I didn't see him coming. I damn sure didn't see him coming this quick. Pause. But I didn't see him showing up anywhere this fast until he came back to WWE, because that's where I thought he was going. But yeah, I agree. It seems like every time one of these guys come in there, maybe with the exception of Jon Moxley, it's always Cody, right? Like when Jericho came in, that him and Cody went at it. Cody goes at it with everybody, and I understand why. I guess the stipulation still stands that he can't go after the world title. He's the top guy. You got to give him something to do. He did run with the TNT title and was wrestling every week. But if someone told me that Aleister Black was coming to AEW, I would have said, okay, he's probably going to have to fight Cody, because it's pretty that was pretty predictable. I think a better choice would have been like Matt Hardy or something like that, if they weren't going to go in that direction with a top guy or top guy that just came from WWE. But either way, the point is, it's good to see that this guy is going to get a chance to show his imagination and really shine about what he can do, because this guy can do a lot, I think. And they held him back in WWE. I believe they restricted his moveset. They're about to introduce a new character that looked cool right before they pulled the plug on him. So I think now we're going to see what he really has, right? What you think?
That's what we're hoping for, because like he was definitely held back and restricted. You know, he couldn't even go to certain shows because of like some of his tattoos and everything. So it's not just WWE that was holding back. There's they're very PG. They're very with keeping everything as PC as possible sometimes on TV, and like they were willing to let this dude do his thing to a point. But now I think a lot of those barriers are out of the way. He can do more of what, like the Tommy End stuff. If I remember that it was his other name. That he could be more of that character. in AEW than he was allowed to be in WWE.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not like AEW is going to Saudi Arabia anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his fucking tattoos is holding you back from going to a major show. I mean, that's kind of fucking corny. But the WWE is the political wrestling company out of everyone. So, I mean, they're on top. They do have to protect their brand. And leaving one guy home to protect their brand, that's a no-brainer for them. But again, yeah, them restricting his moveset, them holding his character back, not putting him on TV for I don't know how fucking long. You're bringing him back, you make it mad interesting, and then you fire him right away. You kind of stop all's momentum that he had. I mean, he doesn't have any up until Dynamite. So at least what we got to see was Malachi Black reinventing himself. You know what I'm saying? Like the full reinvention. Like they teased it to us at WWE because they cut the shit off real quick. But now I think we're going to see that character and more. Because whatever they had planned, I'm sure he had a lot of input. I'm sure they turned down some of his ideas. And I think some of those ideas that they turned down, Tony Khan would be down with. So I think we're about to see some shit from Aleister Black once we get past this Cody thing, because this is only going to lead to one match. Probably at the next pay-per-view, which isn't for a while. So this thing is going to build for a while, I guess, unless they go in another direction and just have him kicking people every week, a different person. I don't know. I can't see that though, because Cody needs something to do. So
Yeah, but y'all don't see him really having a big rivalry with Cody. Like,
no, I'm saying just one match.
yeah,
What's
this
the next
one match is
pay-per-view?
definitely all it's going to be.
It's like the pay-per-views in 2 months or whatever the fuck.
Like,
So
he should be kind of like Miro, thrown right into like a TNT title picture or something like that.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you give him a title right now.
No, but start working his way up to one, like taking names.
Yeah, well, he definitely should be taking names. I agree with that one. But they kind of just did that. So they should just kind of let him work his character and see where they get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like let him run wild real quick.
Him and Lance Archer can have a banging match. I know that for a fact.
Shit, either a banging match or a banging tag team. That tag team would be vicious. I'd rather see him as a tag team. Turn Lance Archer
It
back
would be
heel.
pretty vicious as a tag team.
Yeah, yo, I'd like to see that shit right there. I think there's a lot you can do with Aleister Black, no matter what company he's in. You know what I mean? Dude's gonna be a star. He could have been a star in WWE, but I think his character, even from the beginning when he was in NXT, his character never fit in to what the WWE tries to produce on television. There's one thing when you're Bray Wyatt, that was kind of a horror movie type of character. Aleister Black is like some devil worshiping ass motherfucker from the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like that's not the dude like you want to invite over your mom crib and shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think that handcuffs him too. His own uniqueness and what that entailed definitely stopped him from doing anything. This is a good thing. You let him run wild. You let him bring in some characters. Get him on some kind of a, not a rivalry, but you put him into a storyline where he's doing something. Whether it's taking heads, taking names, or you put him in these little short rivalries where he's defeating guys. I know you can't have this guy lose for a while, though, if you want to build him. Because we've already seen him get buried. And AEW sometimes will fuck that up and have a guy get pinned or something like that when he didn't need to. You know what I'm saying? So don't put him up against somebody where it's an impossible win for him. You know what I'm saying?
That's as easy as starting them on AEW Dark. But the thing is, they already showed him to the world on Dynamite.
You can't put him on Dark. You can put him on Dark at this point, but you have to feature him on Dynamite. You know what I'm saying? But why would you put him on Dark? He just came from the main roster in WWE. You can't do that.
Well, because like Dark isn't the same as NXT. Like Dark is like more like AEW superstars. Let's call it.
I know it's kind of like Sunday Night Heat and shit.
Yeah.
Still,
like they can still get matches there without losing face.
You don't want you don't want to give us too much of them. You know what I mean? You don't want to just keep feeding them to us.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to have some way to deliver his character to the crowd. It's not gonna just pop out right there. Yeah, great debut,
We're
but
gonna
like
have.
now, who are you?
I think we're gonna be seeing skits and promos and shit. You know what I mean? Fucking vignettes and shit. He's got to explain himself eventually, right? So once he explains himself, then that character will be fully introduced. Like we'll see what direction they're going in. You know what I'm saying? I think he should be the new leader of the Dark Order. Now that I think about it,
That'd be sick.
rest in peace to Brody. But I think we found his replacement. And what better fucking guy than for Malachi Black to be the leader of the new Dark Order? His last name is Black, for Christ's sake. Dark, black. That's like me. I'm dark and I'm black. The Dark Show. It works. His last name's Black. And it's the Dark fucking Order. So I think you give him this little run, whatever, this little introductory run, and then you put him with somebody like we said earlier, Lance Archer with Jake the Snake or the Dark Order. I mean, but even him with Jake the Snake is a match made in heaven. You know what I'm saying? That fucking works too. So I think they can go a lot of different directions as long as they don't fuck it up. I think they can make a new star here.
As long as, right?
Yeah, I mean, AEW hasn't been perfect. They don't get much criticism because they're still the new girl in school and she's all pretty and shit, but sometimes her breath stink, you know what I'm saying? So we just gotta kind of see what that goes. But let's move on. This is something I wanted to talk about, man. Because there's a couple of different things I think about this. But Jimmy Uso catching a DUI.
Spawn.
I don't know if Spawn is going to get him out of this. Straight up. I mean, how many times is this shit going to happen? Because it happened already when he was with his wife, Naomi. Trinity. Now it's happening again. And didn't it happen before that? No, last time it happened, he got into an altercation with the cops too. Some kind of resisting arrest type shit. And then before that, didn't it happen? How many times does this motherfucker get hit with a DUI? Yeah? Was it twice or 3 times? So
I thought this was the second one.
Okay, it's the second one. So the only other time is when he got into like a physical altercation with the cops, and he was with Naomi, and they let her drive or some shit like that. Something like that. I gotta look that up. But either way, how many chances can somebody get? I mean, I guess if this is
Ask
2,
Randy
he gets
Orton.
3. True. But this is more than. See, Randy Orton, I think they got him help. And Randy Orton was also, what, 22 years old, 23 years old when this was happening? He was a kid. Uso a grown fucking man. He's coming off injury. You know, he's got his cousin and his brother holding it down. He comes back. You introduce him into a storyline. You know, you team him back up. You put him in the squad. And then he does this. Now, what are they supposed to do? Now they got to suspend him at the very least. Right? And he's in the storyline. He's in the
If
fucking
history
storyline.
still speaks the same way, they're gonna suspend him. Right. But like the DUI was already out there before SmackDown went on the air, and it looked like Roman Reigns brought him more into the fold.
Yeah, because they're gonna be teaming with him, right? Because they're gonna be teaming with him. It's like some against Mysterio and Edge, right?
Well, that's what it seems to be, but you know, the Mysterios didn't come back till the end of the show, so you can easily set that up. They're going to be feuding with the Usos for the tag team titles. That's just more Captain Obvious than not.
Well, the rumors behind the scenes were that Vince was furious. I mean, I guess on multiple levels, because obviously they have plans for him, and this is multiple times, and he just got back from injury. So I don't know. Again, we don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they just try to set something up to keep the storyline going, and then Friday they get him off of TV somehow. Maybe they didn't make a decision on him last week because it's still fresh.
He was going to do something to piss Roman off, get kicked from the fold again.
or Edge fucks his ass up.
Edge has been taking it to him the past couple weeks.
Edge might fuck him up. You know what I mean? Like take him out in the back, you know, on some rated R shit. So
Over to the river.
yes, I mean we never know what's gonna happen. And it would be believable to fans who don't know what happened because he's now coming back from injury, so Edge can go after his last injury and make it look like he re-injured whatever the fuck was injured. But whatever they do, he's going to face something. Something's going to happen to him. Some kind of fine, punishment.
There's some kind of consequence in the future.
It has to be because Vince don't play that.
I think they more might leave as just physical than financial. Though. You know, they're capable of doing that too.
So I'm going to look at another aspect of it. I know we talked about like the legalities as far as what Vince is going to do, and we both know if you get a DUI, you know, you get in trouble, you can lose your license. He might have to do time if it's a second DUI. Why is he still driving? I want to talk about just being a man with common sense. Jimmy Uso, John, how fucking stupid you got to be, man. How much you make last year, cuz? Yeah, I wasn't even wrestling last year. You made way more than I did. Well, maybe not way more because I get money, but you made more than me. And I know if I had a fucking drinking problem or if I couldn't handle the way I drove when I got impaired, I have enough to afford a driver. I damn sure can afford an Uber. And I understand you might have been going from town to town. Why are you drinking going from town to town then? And if you weren't going from town to town, why don't you got somebody driving your 7-figure ass? Nigga, you must have made at least $1 million. The last 2 years, at least. You just signed a new contract. Y'all's about to leave, right? What they give you and your brother? $750? So what was your contract before? Add that shit up. Yo, bro. You've been on the road for 10 fucking years. You ain't spent that much money. You got $1 million. Get a fucking driver, dog. The fuck wrong with you, man? You a fucking superstar. You on your way to like you're involved in the main event as a tag team wrestler. How many motherfuckers can say that in the history of tag team wrestling? They about to hand you the fucking titles, you and your brother. After your stupid ass been injured for the longest, they've been waiting on you to come back to complete this goddamn storyline ahead of the table and the family and all that. I ain't fucking idiot, bro. And you know how we feel about the Usos. We love the Usos. I love Jimmy Uso. But I also love my dumbass cousin. Not Najee. Shouts out to Najee. I ain't talking about you. We got other cousins who's done. Just so the people don't think I'm talking about my one cousin that's on the show. But no, man, everybody got a dumbass friend, dumbass cousin, a dumbass brother. You still love him, right? I still love you, Jimmy Uso, but you fucking stupid, B. I know my rich ass would not be driving if I got a DUI. I kept getting DUIs. I'm rumbling cops. And I'm making $1 million a year. Fuck is wrong with you? Let's move on, Reggie. Unless you got something to answer that, bro.
No, that's your rant for the day, bro. You good.
Nah, I just hate to see, like, the guys that I like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, you see his mugshot look like he a fucking gang member somewhere, dog. Like, you don't look like no superstar in that mugshot, bro. It's embarrassing your family, son. I said it. You're embarrassing the motherfucking family.
Yeah, that's unfortunate with Jimmy, man, messing up a good thing. But I think the only other thing mentioned in worthy wise from SmackDown was Bayley getting injured. They're sending Carmella on up to fight Bianca for the title now.
What happened to Bayley? Exactly. Like, what was the injury? And now they're moving Carmella up there to fight Bianca. Well, that's a squash match. We already know what the fuck happened in there.
I think she tore her ACL. I think that's what it was.
Ooh, that's a bad injury. Shouts out to Bailey.
Because she's supposed to be out for about like a couple months.
And shouts out to Bailey. We hope you get better. She's an amazing talent. And the women's division definitely suffers if she's not in it. So shouts out to her. You bringing up Carmella? They couldn't find nobody else?
I don't know. They've been over pushing Carmella for a minute now. And I wish one thing I just want to know is why the hell they keep referring to her as a 2-time Money in the Bank winner when there have only been 4 Money in the Banks for females. And, she won 1. Then there's Alexa, Asuka, and Bailey.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid, honestly.
So she's not 1, 2.
And she didn't defeat anybody for the Money in the Bank briefcase after that, did she? No. Yeah, that's kind of whack. Because James Ellsworth, remember, he climbed the ladder and took the briefcase and gave it to her. Did they take it from her and then give it back to her after that? Because that would count as twice. I don't remember that storyline too well. I remember the guy with no chin climbing the fucking ladder.
Got all that James Ellsworth.
How does he eat pussy with that chin? Like, he doesn't. Anyway, I'm just wondering if I had a chin like that, I'd be like, fuck it. I'll be fucking the shit out of bitches because he's not able to eat pussy. But yeah, man, there's other women on that roster. You can just tell they don't give a fuck because we all know that she's not beating Bianca Belair. So we don't even really got to talk about that shit. What else happened? Was that the only who won the Money in the Bank qualifying match?
So we had Shinsuke beat King Corbin, and Seth took over Cesaro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. Thought Cesaro would be in that match for sure, right?
It doesn't seem like they know what they want to do with Cesaro right now.
It's like
he's just a guy that could put on good matches, but ain't worthy of that strap.
It's like week after week with them. 1 week, the guy looks like a main eventer. Next week, the guy looks like he's about to lose to the U.S. champion or some shit. Let's go to Raw, Reggie. What happened on Raw, brother?
Raw started off kind of WTF with the White Ranger Xavier Woods pinning the almighty WWE champion Bobby Lashley one-on-one clean in a match at the start of the show. And your face right there is exactly what Kofi
Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. It's the same Bobby Lashley that just beat the shit out of Drew McIntyre in the Hell in a Cell.
The almighty WWE champion, the monster himself, fell to the White Ranger. I love saying that. That's such a Mark statement that I don't get to say too often.
I don't understand this shit here. He said he beat him clean.
He beat him clean. He hit him with the spear. He was about to bring him up for a hurt lock. Woods got him with the nice little package, John.
He no-sold the spear? Oh, God. What the fuck are they doing?
He didn't no-sell the spear.
He said he went to pick him up and he put him in a small package.
Xavier Woods went to pick him up. He was sitting there talking trash, and then he got him with the roll-up when he stood up. They didn't no-sell the spear. He was sitting there draped like he was...
Was that the... you said that was the opening match?
That was the opening match, my friend.
You shouldn't even have told me this shit. Straight up. I didn't get a chance to watch Raw, and I could have done without that bullshit. That is fucking whack, yo. Where's this leading to? Now, Xavier Woods deserves a title shot? Is that what they're fucking trying to tell me?
I don't think they're headed anywhere near there, but...
Why not? Wait, so Xavier Woods did what Drew McIntyre and Kofi Kingston couldn't do.
Well, Kofi's already pinned him before, too.
Yeah, that's true.
The New Day has individually pinned the WWE champion, bro.
That shit is bugged out.
What do you expect from the number one
about that.
tag team of all time?
I forgot about that. Yeah, Xavier Woods, I wouldn't pick him against fucking
Xavier Woods, baby.
Doink. What the fuck? The
Xavier
black
Woods been the almighty WWE champion
the,
to kick off Raw.
the Black Doink defeated Bobby Lashley. Ain't that some shit? I know that nigga was playing the trumpet like a motherfucker, wasn't he? I know he was probably still playing that.
Well, the trumpet wasn't nowhere to be found. Like Kofi was on the other side. He was holding that John, and he rolled him out of the ring after it was over.
That is booty. Tell me something else happened on Raw, man. Let's move on.
It seems like they're pushing Nikki Cross or Nikki Ash. She comes up the winner in the Fatal 4-Way match with Asuka, Naomi, and Alexa.
Really?
Wow. And she's been getting these
who did she
pins on people. She pinned Asuka.
She pinned Asuka. It was either Asuka or Naomi. You know she wasn't pinning Alexa. Nikki Cross. That's crazy. What now? This is more importantly, why is Asuka on this crazy losing streak? The fuck are they doing?
That's a great question. But
she was just dominated the world. Now she can't win a match, and now she's getting pinned by Nikki Cross.
They're just hyping Nikki before this Money in the Bank. I don't see Nikki Cross winning this Money in the Bank, and it's just nothing to say that Asuka can't do it 2 years straight. CM Punk did it. Asuka's used to breaking records like that.
That shit is corny, man.
And like Becky handed her the title, she didn't even get to cash in. So like Asuka could be up there again.
Yeah, I don't even understand what's going on there. Is Alexa Bliss a part of the Money in the Bank?
She is.
She's winning. She's winning. So you just keep that moving right there. What else happened, brother?
There's still beef going on between ex-members of 3MB. We got McIntyre and Mahal going at it. It was dumb. Last week, Jinder stole his sword. This week, Drew ripped the tailpipe off his motorcycle and beat the shit out of it with it. It was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
Good.
So I think they can go somewhere with this, at least to keep Drew busy until they figure out where they're going to put him, or at least until the draft. We all know Drew is going to SmackDown, right? You bring Drew to SmackDown.
You can smell that.
You bring him to SmackDown. You have him fight either Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns, or both. Seth Rollins and then Roman Reigns, or whatever. You give him some new guys to fight, even though we've seen it before already. But it's a different Roman Reigns. It's a different Seth Rollins, even though it's the same Drew McIntyre. We can get some good matches out of that. And you send him to SmackDown, man, there's other guys there. Like, say they decide to turn him heel. You got Big E down there as a face for him to, to go against. You could put him in the mid-card. I wouldn't mind seeing Drew McIntyre bring some credence to that Intercontinental title. The ugliest fucking title. Yo, that's that. First of all, why would WWE copy the Aztec title? That bitch look like it should be in Mexico. Anyway, shouts out to Mexicans, but the Intercontinental title should be yours. But you bring Drew McIntyre down to SmackDown, you can do a lot with him. You know what I mean? But I do think guys like Cesaro was going to Raw. So I could see that switch kind of happening, right? Cesaro going to Raw, McIntyre to SmackDown. You know what I mean? So what else happened? What was the main event of Raw? Let's just skip to that.
Well, the main event, if you want to count match-wise, was Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. That was just like a setup for Charlotte to come.
So what was the main shit that happened?
The main shit happened on Raw was MVP's VIP lounge, which he invited Lashley as a special guest, and Lashley came down, kicked the ladies out of the ring, and then trashed John because he said, look, he was obviously frustrated from his loss to Xavier Woods earlier in the day. Tore everything apart and said, yo, MVP, this bullshit's done. He literally said that. Said this bullshit is over. I'm just going to trash everybody coming.
Okay. All right.
Hold on. Like the ladies and stuff's going away.
I take back what I said earlier. It makes sense that Xavier Woods went over after you told me what happened there. He's like, nah, we going soft, dog. We out here with all these bitches. We out here dancing and party. I got my suit on, sunglasses, you know what I'm saying? I'm the almighty. And then I did some Conor McGregor shit. I lost to somebody who I shouldn't have lost to because I'm rich, I'm happy, I'm on top. I forgot about the struggle.
Pretty much.
So now I'm sitting on my ass bleeding with my ankle snapped in half like Conor McGregor. Shouts out to him. But he talked all that shit. Hold on. Can I say one thing real quick, Reggie?
Here we go again. I see the comment.
Just give me one thing, man. In the pre-fight press conference, take a break from wrestling for 30 seconds. And Najee, do not edit this, because fuck this nigga. In the pre-fight press conference, Conor McGregor has told Dustin Poirier, I'm gonna kill you and you're gonna be taken out on a stretcher. Guess what happened? Conor McGregor drunk ass got taken out on a stretcher. Yo, pussy, fuck you. Fuck this guy. But what were we just talking about, dog?
Just talking about Bobby Lashley.
Right. No, so he was like, damn, man, we went soft. You know, I mean, I didn't watch it, but I kind of feel where they're going with it based on what you described happening on Raw. Like, nah, we got to stop hanging out with all these bitches. We got to stop acting that we live in this lovely, lavish life, and we still got to defend this title. I still got to be mean. I still got to fuck people up. So get these hoes out of here. Get all this fly shit out of here, MVP Lounge, and let's go back and get the eye of the tiger, like fucking Apollo Creed and Rocky. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, to sum it up, that's how the end of the show went. So not too far off the key there.
So did it look like a possibility of a Lashley face turn?
I definitely wouldn't say that. He's like threatening to end Kofi's career and all that stuff. Those aren't face words.
Oh yeah, all right. So shit. Come Monday, what it sounds like to me. Come Monday, Xavier Woods getting fucked up. That's what it sounds like.
Monday's going to be after Money in the Bank. I mean,
oh, that's right. This is the go home show.
Yeah, like this is the go to. Man.
Oh, Kofi's gonna get his ass whooped on Sunday. Oh yeah, woo, Kofi in for an ass whooping. I think Xavier's gonna get his ass whipped though during that match at some point in time too. I think we're gonna see Kofi be the sacrificial lamb to whatever they have next planned for Bobby Lashley. I'm sorry to say it.
I'm hoping they reform the Hurt Business.
Marksman. What Kofi's gonna turn on?
No, MVP just Lashley puts a whole nother squad together, man.
He already got Ray Bar and Akbar, whoever the fuck them two dudes are. Who are them guys from the Raw Underground / Retribution with no contribution?
Mason T-Bar.
Mason T-Bar. The names I just said sound way better than that too. What I say, Rock Bar and Akbar?
Akbar or some shit.
Fucking Retribution.
Saying Romeo must die.
Yeah, the Retribution with no contribution. The fuck out of here. I don't see him putting together Hurt Business. I see them running with Lashley and MVP like Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. But they're going to have to do something now.
Well, it looks like MVP is watching his back because
they're going to fuck Kofi.
Lashley wasn't too happy when he met at the end of the show. Just saying.
He's not going to turn on
MVP. He didn't fuck him up, but
he's not going to turn on MVP. MVP going to have to approach him on some shit. We got to get back to the basics. You know what I mean? That's how it's going to be. We got to get rugged. You know, start fucking people up again. You know what I'm saying? All right. But I think that is that some Raw up this week?
Well, except for one match that is gonna use to kind of transition into our new segment. Because we did have a match between the United States champion Sheamus and Humberto Carrillo, even though Sheamus jumped him before the match, Sheamus style, and then as soon as the match started, one brogue kick, it was over in like 5 seconds. Then after he started to jump him after the match, we will come out with the subject of the next topic, Mr. Damian Priest.
Well, let me let y'all know, people, we have a new segment on deck. It is called Strap 'em or Flap 'em. And basically what that is, we're going to pick two wrestlers and we're going to debate on whether to put a title on them, whether it's a mid-card, tag team, or world, or flap them, which means bury they stupid asses because they ain't shit. Today, we have two wrestlers, one from WWE, one from AEW. We'll start with WWE, like we said earlier. It's a good segue right into Damian Priest. Reggie, strap him or flap him?
Don't know, man. This was one I'm kind of still on edge about, but as far as Strapham goes, man, like I think he's been getting his name up there. He definitely had a nice push at WrestleMania, being team with Bad Bunny. You know, he's been feuding with The Miz all throughout that. Now that he has nothing to do, look who's automatically just popping up in the United States title picture. Ooh, I think he's definitely got the charisma to at least put the strap on him for a little bit. He can definitely push Monday Night Raw up a little bit because he's definitely getting that extra eye. You know, the only person I think on Monday Night Raw doing a little better than him right now, can't believe I'm saying this, but is Riddle. You know what I mean? The only other really noticeable guy there, Randy Orton's all missing. But they just keep giving this guy camera time, man. Let's see what he can do with it. Strap him.
You made some good points on that. A lot of good points. But I'm going to say flap him. And the reason why I say that is because what exactly is this character and how does he fit into WWE's picture? See, I don't want to see them do this guy like they did Bobby Roode. They put Bobby Roode in there, built him up from NXT, comes to the main roster. You kind of put him in that mid-card title picture situation, and then you forget about him, right? When they push a guy too fast, it seems like sometimes Vince gets tired of him quicker. It's like a kid with a new toy. He plays with it every single day, and then by the next week, he's done with it. I think you bring this guy along slower. I'm going to say currently flap him in order to future strap him. I mean, 'cause I think they're pushing him too quick. We haven't seen how the audience reacts to him yet. So I guess let's wait until see what happens there. But I think you need more time to build his character on the main roster to an audience who may only be watching the main roster.
You think he's a character that was built in a bubble?
Yes. Yes, definitely that. You
Kind
know
of
what I'm
like
saying?
how the only reason Braun had the
Look,
universal strap
it's kind of like
was
this. No, it's kind of like this. I don't know if you watch NBA, but in last year, there was two situations in the bubble that happened, right? It was TJ Warren, Devin Booker. Devin Booker is in the NBA Finals right now. TJ Warren ain't shit. TJ Warren was killing them in the bubble. So we have to wait to see is Damian Priest TJ Warren for the Indiana Pacers in the bubble, but he's going to come out in the regular season in front of fans and shit the bed? Or is he Devin Booker, where he was good in the bubble and now he's better and about to win a title? You know what I'm saying? But we
I
got to
mean,
wait and see.
I'm not saying strap him as far as like heavily, but I think the United States title run is it's just a good thing for him. Like
I think they
and
should have kept him away from that shit.
so where do you think they should have just let Humberto have this Cinderella story he's been working on, because he's been getting his ass whooped?
No, I mean, I think you put him in a storyline somewhere and build a character.
If we were talking Humberto, strap him or flap him, I'd be like, yo, flap that boy.
Yeah, Umberto's, he shouldn't even be a topic because he flapping in the wind. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. He'll never be on this segment. No, but Damian Priest, like I said, you flap him now so you can strap him later. You know what I mean? But you had a strap, I had a flap. Let's go to our next guy. Next guy, this is going to be interesting. I think we might agree on this. It's Hangman Page, AEW. I'll go first real quick. My first initial reaction is to say strap him, right? Because the guy's a star. going forward, he's going to be the future. But Kenny Omega's the champion. So how do you Hangman ain't beating Kenny right now. I understand in the very beginning, it looked like Hangman was going to be pushed to the main event more than he has been, and his time is coming. But right now, you got to do something fucking special to beat Kenny. So I'm at the flap Hangman right now. What you got for that?
I never thought we'd actually be agreeing on this thing. I was like, but like you can't take Kenny out right now, man. Like I'm sorry, it's good. It's gonna happen sometime. Obviously, it's all good things come to an end, but I just don't think that end is right now, and I don't think Hangman Adam Page is the one to bring it. And it's
No,
cool. Like I like how the story's kind of built up. You know, that them being the old AEW Tag Team Champions, and now look where they at fighting for the world title. That's great.
not
Like,
only that, if you remember going back, Hangman beat him for number one contender spot, where he lost his championship opportunity.
and they're not just going to turn that around on him either.
Right.
Like that's going to keep going. Like it could be interesting though. Like seeing somebody with actual goons in their corner, how they handle the elite. You know what I mean? Like because that's definitely been Kenny Omega's riding wave is like the elite having his back at like every turn, or Don Callis like making something else up for him. So like the Dark Order is a whole goon squad, man. Like maybe he has a little backup there. Maybe I'm not saying we're gonna get this shock of the earth and Hangman's gonna win, but you know, like I said, you said it could be interesting. It's probably the closest anyone's gonna get to beating Kenny for a minute.
I think maybe
But
now
I
you,
got a flapping for this one.
yeah, now that you bring up the Dark Order, you bring Aleister Black into that mix to kind of then the Dark Order turns on Hangman and sides with Malachi Black. We start to create that star from Hangman. He overcomes that storyline and situation. Then maybe you get him into that picture. But right now, it doesn't even make sense to have him in the TNT picture, nor the tag team title picture, nor the world title picture. So he's a definite flap. And it's kind of crazy. We're talking about Hangman Page about flapping him, but that's just like
That's just this reality right now, man.
the way AEW is set up. He doesn't need a title.
No, he doesn't. He gets his camera time. Either way, he gets his wins. I don't think the title's necessary. I don't like. I just don't see him taking it from Kenny right now. I don't see anybody doing that for the whole summer. I'm gonna say at least that time frame. He will be holding on to all that gold.
I hear that. I mean, I'm still hoping he hangs on to all that gold and walks into Wrestle Kingdom to face the IWGP World Champion. That's my wish. That's what I want to see. But I don't know.
Yeah, but how far away is that?
That's January. Let him rock out.
Like I said January. Like I don't
Let
see
him
him.
let him rock out. Like maybe he loses one of the titles and then gets it back or something. But back in the day, man, guys would just have the fucking belt forever and just defend that shit. Not saying he should be like on some Hulk Hogan shit, but they're
We
already.
just don't need another Bruto.
Well, I'm not saying he's gonna be like San Martino or even Brock Lesnar, but this is uncharted waters already. So they could do something different with it, and continue his dominance or whatever. But Hangman ain't the one. He's flapped. So if Damian Priest, you strapped him, I flapped him. We both flapped Hangman Page. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Strapping and Flapping. That was our first segment. We appreciate y'all for listening. If y'all ever decide to comment, you little bitches, let us know. Would you strap them or flap those two guys? You know what I'm saying? Reggie, before we wrap this up, I'm going to give a shout out to our other two teammates, my cousin, Naj, Darkness, the editor. What's up, buddy? And Chimby, producer extraordinaire, content guru, usually runs down these headlines for us. See you next time, buddy. Reggie, what you got for the people?
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell everybody you know that the Raw Crew is out there. We're going to keep doing this just for you. Keep on coming back. Thanks a lot.
And I am your host of Mod the Dark Show. Thanks for listening. Y'all need to like, comment, subscribe, share. Y'all never comment. So the first person that comment, I'm going to send you a $100 cash app. Straight up. You don't believe me? Type your fucking cash app in the comment. You got to comment first. Don't just comment with your cash app either, because I'm going to disrespect you. So you leave a comment, put your cash app on there, and I'll send you $100. I promise you. If you don't, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But thanks for listening, guys. And we are out. Hulk Hogan, coming for you, nigga.
Do, 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 do.